Okay, so this isn't just another story about a fast car. Nope, this is a machine that is literally living a double life. On the one hand, it's an absolute monster on the drag strip, built for nothing but pure neck-snapping speed. But then, it's also a jaw-dropping, award-winning show car, built for flawless beauty. So how on earth can one car be both? Let's get into the incredible story of this 9-second show car.
And this quote right here, this is the personal motto of the man behind it all, Alexandre Blier. Honestly, this one sentence is the key to understanding everything. It's how a dream car was built, completely destroyed, and then brought back to life. Even better than before. It's all about that perseverance.
Which, brings us to the big question for this whole build. Is it really possible to create something that absolutely dominates in the world of raw, untamed power, but can also clean up and win top honors for its perfect style and presentation? Well, we're about to find out.
So our story really centers on Alex Blier. He's a 31-year-old electrotechnician from Quebec, Canada. By day, he's got this demanding technical job, but by night, and pretty much every weekend, he's the mastermind behind this completely unique 2020 Ford Mustang GT.
And when I say this car lives in two worlds, I'm not kidding. On the track, you're looking at a pure drag racer. It's got a supercharged V8 that can run a mind-bending 9.5-second quarter mile. But then, on the show floor, it's this celebrated beauty, winning awards like Best American Car and even getting featured at the legendary SEMA show. It's a beast and a beauty, all wrapped up in one machine.
So where does a journey like this even begin? Well, like it did for so many of us, it started not in a garage, but in a movie theater, totally fueled by cinematic horsepower and just that itch for something more.
Alex's story actually starts with a 2002 V6 Mustang. That was his foot in the door, his entry point into the world of mods and the absolute thrill of drag racing. That first car really planted the seed, and pretty soon he was dreaming of the kind of raw power that, let's be honest, only a V8 can deliver.
So, why the Mustang? Well, in Alex's own words, the Mustang V8 is one of the most accessible cars for performance builds, and I wanted to create my ultimate race car. And he's right. The S550 platform, with that proven V8 and a huge community behind it, was the perfect canvas for the vision he had in his head.
Now, a build this complicated doesn't just happen overnight. It was a multi-year evolution, and each year brought new goals, new challenges, and, as you'll see, sometimes a pretty dramatic shift in direction. Let's take a look at how it all went down.
This timeline really maps out the car's entire life story. It all started back in 2020 with some foundational mods, getting consistent 11-second drag times. Then 2021 was the boost era, thanks to that supercharger. But 2022, that's the real pivot point. An unexpected win at a car show changed absolutely everything. That led to the massive wide-body transformation in 2023, which, well, it was followed by total disaster and then an incredible comeback.
And just to put that performance into perspective for you, after he installed a Vortech supercharger and a methanol injection system, Alex was running a blistering 9.5-second quarter mile. I mean, this wasn't just fast for a street car. This was serious, purpose-built speed.
So that turning point, it came from a place he never expected. Alex entered his first car show, almost on a whim, and he won. That victory connected him with the NBC Elite Club, and they started mentoring him on what it really takes to win at a high level. All of a sudden, this drag racer was on a completely new path to becoming a serious show contender.
Every great story has that moment of conflict, that point where everything could just be lost. For Alex and his Mustang, that moment was as sudden as it was completely devastating.
In the winter of 2023, Alex went all in. He spent countless hours cutting up the factory metal to install a massive RTR widebody kit, fabricating his own aero parts, fitting a GT500 front bumper. The car was finally revealed to huge acclaim. It was really the peak of his vision. He had finally done it. He'd achieved that perfect fusion of speed and style. The car was an absolute masterpiece. But you know how it goes. Sometimes things are just completely out of your control.
Yeah, shortly after that big reveal, disaster struck. He was driving on a flooded road, he hydroplaned, and he crashed. The passenger side of the car, the custom widebody, the paint, all that one-off fabrication, it was all just destroyed in an instant. Years of work, gone.
And this is where that motto from the very beginning comes roaring back in. Never give up. Faced with a financial and, frankly, an emotional gut punch, Alex just refused to let the story end there. He decided he was going to rebuild the entire car himself, piece by piece, with even more attention to detail than the first time.
The comeback wasn't just about repairing the damage, though. It was about elevating the entire build to a whole new level. A level that would capture the attention of the entire automotive world.
And the result of all that determination was just stunning. The car came back better than ever. It had these incredible three-piece wheels, an iconic red wrap, and a completely redone suede interior. It didn't just compete, it dominated, winning Best American Car at Canada's biggest show and really solidifying its legendary status.
And if you need a number to really understand his dedication, here it is. 40. That's how many hours he drove, one way, all the way from Quebec to Las Vegas, just to realize the ultimate dream of showcasing his self-built car at the SEMA show. Now that is pure commitment.
So, what can we take away from this incredible journey? Well, it's about so much more than just a cool car. It's really a masterclass in what it takes to create something truly special.
Alex's advice for other builders out there is super clear and direct. First, master the details. The little things are what the judges and the true car people really notice. Second, have a cohesive theme where every single part contributes to the whole story. And critically, prioritize safety, especially when you start combining complex systems.
You know, what really makes this car a legend isn't just the parts list. It's the fact that it's largely self-built. Alex's own two hands were responsible for the design, the fabrication, and the installation of pretty much every custom component, which makes the car a true extension of his own skill and passion.
I mean, the sheer range of his talent is just incredible. From cutting the body for that wide body kit, to fabricating his own aero, to upholstering the entire interior in suede, and even hand-painting art in the engine bay, his personal touch is absolutely everywhere. This is true craftsmanship. And in the end, Alex's journey kind of leaves us with this thought. We often admire the final product, right? The gleaming show car or the screaming drag racer. But maybe the true measure of a builder isn't just the car they create, but the resilience they show when that creation is tested, broken, and brought back from the absolute brink.